Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. High Performance Python Async, episode 14 of 17. You need to move 1,000,000 rows into or out of your database. If your first instinct is to batch up a massive list of insert statements or fetch all rows into a giant Python list, you are choosing the slowest path available. There is a mechanism built specifically to bypass this overhead. Today, we are talking about blazing fast ingestion with COPY. COPY is a Postgres-specific protocol for bulk data transfer. When you run standard insert or select statements, Postgres has to parse the query, plan it, and execute it. Doing this repeatedly adds massive overhead. The COPY protocol skips the standard query pipeline entirely. It opens a direct stream to the storage layer, moving data in a highly optimized format. Because of this, it is orders of magnitude faster than bulk inserts. In asyncpg, you push data into the database using a method called copy-to-table. You provide the target table name and a source. That source can be a local file path, a file-like object, or an asynchronous iterator that yields records. If you point it to a local CSV file, Postgres handles the parsing natively. You do not need to open the file in Python, parse the rows, and map them to variables. The database driver streams the raw file bytes directly to the server. You can also pass a simple Python list of tuples if your data is already in memory, and asyncpg will stream it using the copy protocol under the hood. Moving data out is just as fast. If you need a full export, you use copy from table. This takes the entire contents of a table and blasts it out to a file or stream. However, dumping an entire table is rarely what you actually need. Usually, you want filtered or joined data. This is where copy from query comes into play. A common misconception is that this method only dumps query results into a static file. That is simply not true. While it can write directly to a file path, you can also provide a callback function. Asyncpg will execute the query and stream the results in chunks to your callback, letting you process a massive dataset on the fly without ever holding the full result set in system memory. Consider a scenario where you need to generate a CSV report of all active users. A standard approach is to execute a select query, fetch 100,000 rows into Python, format them using the CSV module, and write them to disk. That consumes significant memory and CPU. Here is the key insight. You can skip the Python processing completely. You call copy from query, pass it your specific select statement, set the format parameter to CSV, and provide an output file path. Postgres executes the query, formats the results into CSV natively on the database server, and asyncpg streams the finished text straight to your hard drive. Your Python application acts as a simple pipe, doing almost zero data manipulation. You should keep using standard insert and select statements for everyday application logic, but the moment raw data volume becomes your bottleneck, switch to the copy protocol to bypass the SQL parser entirely. That is all for this one. Thanks for listening and keep building.